Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important topic related to Angular pipe, where we will learn about another new pipe, that is I18nPlural. Now those who have referred the previous session, they know that we already discussed about similar kind of pipe, which was I18 and select. But this time we are going to talk about I18nPlural. Now what is the difference between these two Angular pipe? This thing we will also discuss in this particular session. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic and to implement the logic in your project. Okay. Alright, so the first thing that we need to take care is to import the module. Okay, so to use any pipe or directive, like we need a common module. So let's go in the app.component.ts file. So in ts file you will find one option for import, where you can import the module which you want to use. So here I want to use a common module. Just simply write it here like this, common module. It will add this line into your code. That means your common module is successfully imported. Okay, and same thing you can verify, like if you take your mouse cursor over here, it will show explore all the basic Angular directives and pipes such as ng, if, ng, for, off. Likewise it will show, but we are just mainly interested in the pipes part. Fine, so this thing is ready. Now let's talk about the requirement, like why we are learning about this I18nPlural. Okay, so to explain this thing, let's go to app.component.html file. Here one heading is already there, that is Angular 19 course by Sharmit. After this we will put here another heading, that is h2, and here we will mention n18, not n18, it should be I18nPlural. Okay, Angular pipe. So this pipe is mainly used to decide the value of the dynamic message on the basis of number. Okay, so now you can see the difference. In previous example where we talked about I18 and select, there we were using the we were deciding the values on the basis of string, but this time we are talking on the basis of number. Okay, so this is the one advantage of using the Angular I18nPlural pipe, because it allows us to decide the values on the basis of numbers. Now to implement, like this thing is clear that what we are going to discuss. Now what is the requirement? So actually the requirement is that, suppose in component.ts file we have one variable which is message count. Okay, and it holds let's say 1. So we are building one application where we want to show the notification to user whenever the message is there. Okay, so if user has 0 message, it should show you don't have message, and if user has 1 message, it should show you have 1 message, and if number of messages are larger, so it should show accordingly. But right now we have only 1. So in that case, in HTML file, like we need to write a paragraph, and you will write you have 1 message. But this is not dynamic, right? Because if you change the value here, let's say let's run this first, okay, so that you can see step by step. So if I save it here if I write ng, let me clear it, ng serve -- open, enter. So now you will see that it is showing the message. Like we have got the heading Angular 19 goes by Sharmit, I18nPlural Angular pipe, you have 1 message. But this is not dynamic, because if you change the value in the component.ts file to, let's say, 2, so in this case you will see the message is still same, you have 1 message, which is not right, because it should be changed to 2, but still it is showing the 1. That is why we need to use this I18nPlural, because it will also help us to reduce the number of lines. Otherwise you need to write the if else logic, right? So we don't want to write if else thing. So for that we are using I18nPlural. So this thing is ready. Now what we need to do next, in order to make it dynamic, you can create one message map, and on the basis of the number value, the message count value, it will pick the message from the message map, and then you can print it. Clear? So let me show you how we will define the message map. You just need to write here message map equal, this is a simple object. Then you can write here, let's say first message, I want to check if it is exactly equal to 0. So in this case you need to write equal 0. So you can see here we have equal 0. Okay, now after this you can write equal, and then you can write you have 0 message. Okay, so this is our first message. Similarly, okay, let me correct it, it should be colon. Perfect, now it is okay. So we have got the message as you have 0 message. Now suppose we have one message, so in that case what we will do, we will write here equal 1 colon you have 1 message. And if you want to set it for 2 also, so you can write here equal to you have 2 message. Perfect. It should be in the quote, otherwise it will throw this kind of error. Perfect. So now we have got the requirement. Okay, so let's see the output. So this, in this case, if you save it and let's apply this, because we have not applied it, we have just declared it. So to apply this thing, you will simply remove it, use double curly braces. Here we will put the variable name, so variable is message count. Then we will write here colon, not colon, we will use pipe. After a pipe we will write here I18nPlural, then colon, and after a colon we will write here message map. Okay, now you can save it and refresh it. So now you can see we have got the value as you have 2 messages, and this is dynamic. In case if you change the value here, let's say if I make it as 1 and save it, so in this case you can see it is showing us you have 1 message. I think there is a spelling mistake, so let's correct it. It should be have, not, yeah. So now you can see you have 1 message. Clear? Likewise, if you want to change the message to 2, it will show 2 message. But what if you pass other than 0, 1 or 2, let's say 5? So in that case it will not show anything. Why? Because we have not set the default condition. But yes, we have one option through which you can set the default condition as well. Okay, let me show you how. So here you just need to write simple other, and then you can write you have, and then you can put the number, let's say hash messages. Although like it will work only for with this condition, but I'm just telling you scenario according to your requirement. You can change it whenever it is required. So you will see here that this time it shows you have 5 messages, and if you go and change the value, let's say 12, so it will show you have 12 messages. So basically, like what we did here, we made it dynamic. That means if you change the value, according to that value it will change the message. It is not dependent on a particular field or value. It is dependent on variable, but that variable is dynamic in nature. Right now, like we are doing it hard coding. We have stored it like this in a message count variable. But you can take this value from screen. You can change the value according to the screen input user. Whatever user provided input, you can make it accordingly. Okay, so basically in this session we discussed about how to use Angular, pipe, I18 and plural, and we also discussed about the difference between I18 and plural and I18 and select. So if someone asks you in the interview what is the difference, so you can simply say that in case of I18 and select, the decision is made on the basis of string, whereas in case of I18 and plural, the decision is made on the basis of number. So that is the primary difference between both of the pipes. So I hope now these all things are clear to all of you. Still, if you have any question, queries, suggestions for the session, you can simply reach out to me through the comment section so that I can try to help you out there. So yeah, That's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.